What's going on, everyone? It is Monday, December 29th, 2025. We are getting to the end of the year. Thank you all for joining me in this. And yeah, let's jump in here, right? So I haven't streamed for a while. And the reason why, honestly, is because I've been very busy. And not only that, the market's been doing some really, really funky stuff. And when you can't read the market, and the market wants to do what it wants to do, sometimes it's best to just chill out. Don't pretend that you know what's going on. Let kind of the story kind of pick up and really see where you can find some kind of entry, right? So anyway, let's jump into this. I think last we left off, we were kind of in this zone right over here. That's where I think we left off. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to really look at exactly what's going on. Basically, this whole video is going to be about investigating what is truly happening in crypto, because what's been going on has been a little bit odd, honestly. And because there is a lack of liquidity in the market, believe it or not, manipulation has been running wild. And because of that, if you are trading and you are running high leverage, you are trading a very difficult chart, basically getting whipped out left and right. So let's do this. First of all, we did take out this section over here from these candles, from this one and this one. So I got rid of this money right there, that little pocket of money that I had. Actually, let me change this little dot here, right? We still got this that's in focus. The other thing that's in focus for me is really this range is playing out the way that a range normally plays out. Unfortunately, what is happening is since we've dropped in this space here, we've actually been in this area for almost 60 days. We're getting close. No, I'm sorry. I'm measuring wrong. We've been almost 40 days at this point. So from the top here, from when we dropped at the top to where we are right now, we are looking at about 85 days. We've basically been in a downtrend kind of situation, right? Because we haven't really seen much up. This here, again, this is this is Binance. I don't know where this candle came from. If you check the other videos, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But we're going to switch charts for now. But basically, we've come down into this range here. We've come down into this area, and we've basically stuck in this range, right? The range that we marked out before. Okay, so this was the idea of changing directions of some sort, right? It can either come this way or it can come this way. But what I want to do is, because we are still stuck in this zone here, I want to take a closer look at what's been going on. Because honestly, what has been happening is that the stock market, anytime that it's going up, Bitcoin and Ethereum have been going up as well. They have been following along with the stock market. But up until this point right over here, there has been a complete disconnect. While the stock market continues to go up and break all-time highs, silver, gold, all of that, crypto instead has been being pushed down like so. And it really feels like it's artificially being pushed down. And part of it, I think, is the idea that there's a mindset that we're in a bear market. So you could see some of that happening. But this disconnect is really kind of alarming to me, right? Because when the market goes up, you usually see some kind of reaction on crypto. And when the market goes down, that's when we start to see that the market drops down. Crypto starts to drop down a lot. But because there has been a disconnect, yeah, there's been a little bit of some weird stuff happening. So anyway, so we are still stuck in this range. We do not do anything really, like we are in the range until we break the range. And this didn't break the range, meaning like we didn't come and test and kind of go forward there. Now, yes, I understand that manipulation changes the story a little bit, and we're going to see a little bit more. But honestly, the story of manipulation is actually happening within here. It's still inside, and it is still stuck in this middle. So if you're looking from kind of a sky view, we really haven't gone anywhere. I mean, we've gone above, and you can see that we are heavy above this 50% line, and we haven't really explored the bottom of the 50% line yet. So there is a real big possibility that this target that I marked out might be hit, right? But then again, the story of the stock market breaking its all-time high, and silver and gold and blah blah blah, like all of those things, the fact that this is still kind of hovering over here, yes, I still think this is a target. But could it be that we pop like right up here, kind of take these guys out, kind of like do a really bullish move up to kind of catch up to what the stock market has done? Yeah, like, so as the stock market has been going up and crypto has been detached like this, it very well could do something like this and then basically resync back up together again like so. So that's what I'm hoping it'll do. Because honestly, I really feel like the fact that it's disconnected from the market and, there's a lot of like movement going around on the lower time frames feels really kind of weird. So let's jump over to a tighter timeline here. I switched over to the Bybit chart only because we've got a lot more detail in there. The Binance chart still looks a little bit funky. But yeah, so let's take a look at this closer. As you can see visually, we've got these really big pops, but they come back down, and they basically, wherever they started from, they come back, right? And again, like if you keep on looking, it pops, it comes down, right? It popped again, but then it came back down to the area, especially right over here. It came back to this area. We really haven't left anything. So we've popped up over here, but now we've got a little bit of bouncing that's happening here. But honestly, we've touched this zone so many times, and we've touched this zone so many times. We are basically just trapped on the top area of the range. And I honestly feel like the fact that we've been bumping up so much, like, 1, 2, 3 times, right? And these are also some numbers here, but we actually got above there. Because we are doing this, maybe we need to take some kind of dip and pop up. But I think that we are kind of close to kind of resolving this area, maybe, but again, it's a little bit hard to tell, especially the fact that we've got all of these wicks. Look at these wicks. There's so many wicks. There's wicks everywhere, right? But if you were to look at what the bodies are doing, like seriously, here's the body, here's where it closed. Look where the body closed right over here. Look where the bodies are closing, right? We really haven't gone anywhere. Like, we haven't. We're still kind of stuck in this really, really kind of tight range. Actually, it's right up here, right? So we are stuck in this tight range right over here, which is a sub range to the bigger range right here. And while we are running over here, like, let me adjust this, right? These are where the candle bodies are. This is the candle body right here. The candle bodies themselves are stuck in this zone, right? But the wicks, on the other hand, are actually a bigger range right over here. So if we're looking at this kind of in a full scope, what we're looking at is this is really the full range right over here. And if you notice, we are really kind of in the middle of the range. So again, this idea of range high, range low, middle of the range, like this plays a role in this. We are basically consolidating in the middle of this range here. So every now and then we get a candle that pokes down, boom, it completely V-shape recovers. If we hit the top, boom, it V-shape down recovers, right? It basically retraces back to where it came from. I'm going to go down to the 15-minute chart so you can see exactly all of the details of this. Now, mind you, it becomes very hard to trade this, but I feel as though if you are trading the 15-minute chart, you are looking to take quick profit. If you notice here, right, like let's start from over here. There are these BART patterns all over the place, BART patterns everywhere. Quick V-shaped recoveries everywhere, right? This is what it is, right? Here we go. Over here, now we've got like these sub BART patterns. These are all basically, I mean, like, you should be able to see the pattern at this point of like what exactly is truly happening. Anytime we get some kind of move up, we are retraced back down where it came from. So this is a clear indication that we are being manipulated. These are straight pump and dump candles. And you can see when it actually started. Like, we've got like this steadiness, right? After this downtrend here, we got the steadiness over here. And then all of a sudden, boom, we've run out of liquidity, and here we are with all of this. So how do you trade this? Well, honestly, it's really, really hard to trade. If you were buying spot, on the other hand, yeah, that's probably the best idea, because if we were to spike down here, you can take that hit, DCA down here, and then, hopefully we bounce up, right? If you are running leverage, then of course, you probably want to use lower leverage for this and take profit aggressively. Meaning, like, if you were to catch this over here, and, this move over here is probably, let me see here. Let's measure this from down here to up here. That's a 7% move, You could take profit there, but if we look here, maybe 6% move, that's a pretty aggressive move up, but it's also an aggressive move down. So you end up losing out if you don't take profit, right? So I got into a long in this section, and honestly, I've been holding the long for basically this whole time. Because I've been busy and everything like that, I've been holding this long, and I haven't been stopped out. I actually DCA'd in. I took profit along the way, but yeah, it's been a long hold. because I do feel like we're going to break this line that's over here. But because there's so much manipulation, it starts to become really stressful. So it's not that great of an idea to kind of hold on, you know. But I do feel like we are being conditioned at this point for down. Every time there's an up, there's a down. Every time there's an up, there's a down. And it's definitely feeling like resistance is the mark. Like we're having just a hard time breaking resistance, right? Completely. So while it's hesitating, you could see these ranges that it forms, and then all of a sudden it's right back down. So there's a hesitation there. So it's really hard to imagine how far down it's going to go and how far up it's going to go in short blasts. So now that we see that, I just want to kind of like go over this idea of the manipulation part. Why would you get into a chart that's being manipulated, right? Like, what's the point of it? It's kind of unfair that somebody is moving these charts the way that they're doing. And especially when everyone, crypto Twitter, is being like, yo, market is bullish, right? The market is bullish. We can pay our taxes with Bitcoin, right? The fact that we are being pushed down only should give you the sense that there's an opportunity to get in, because eventually we will bounce, right? It's not like, oh man, this is unfair. Can we do something about it? Look, this is the game. This is the court, right? This is the playing field, right? This is a chess game. So you either be smart about it and try to be patient and figure out what a strategy is for you to make some gain, or, you know, you're going to be asked out like everybody else, right? So preserving capital is just as smart as, you know, taking a trade. So I do feel like because we've been in this range for so long, I am feeling like there's a really good possibility that this is the target, right? But also, I just don't know if we're going to come down first. If we spike down, maybe that'll give us the bounce to break everything, right? And, you know, it becomes kind of this impossible thought, like, man, why would they move the chart so high? Look what they've been doing all around here. Basically, there's a lot of people with money that's on the side that is waiting for something to resolve, like more of a signal, not a signal on the lower time frames, but more of a signal on the higher time frames, right? And on the higher time frames, since we've been in this zone, I mean, you know, like, look at it. We've basically lost volume through the holidays, and we're starting to form this, you know, this equilibrium pattern. Look at this. This is the equilibrium pattern. Now, of course, we are in the range. We're getting close to the apex here. But also, if you notice, we've got that trend line right there. So anyway, long story short, I mean, like, honestly, the chart has been very difficult to kind of deal with, especially the fact that if you look at the stock market, we are like really, we broke through the all-time high. We've gone, yes, we've been taking these dips and stuff, but every time the market goes up, crypto goes down, and every time the market goes down, crypto goes down even harder. So I almost feel like we're basically coiling up. This is what I feel like we're doing in crypto. We're coiling up, and then we're just going to pow, one way or another, right? So at this point, I am still in waiting mode. I've taken a long on Ethereum, and I took my profit. I took profit up here when it spiked up, which was good. But also, I was in a long for quite some time. I'm looking to get into another long. I don't really trust these charts that much, but I do feel like, you know, Bitcoin is really telling the story that, you know, soon enough, all of this will resolve, and it's starting to become soon because, yeah, it's about to pop. So again, if we drop down lower than this zone, then, you know, it's time to reevaluate exactly how far down we're going. But I do feel like we're still in a critical spot. So as far as everything goes, that's my thought. If you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to drop some comments down below. If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. I am looking to record some more videos in the future. Again, you know, like, it doesn't make any sense for me to keep recording just to say, hey, we're still stuck in this zone. It's obvious at this point. The plan is still the same. If we drop lower, I'm going to long, and if we break out of here, I will be looking for this section here to be hit, especially this golden pocket. All right, guys, if I don't talk to you anytime soon, have a good holiday. Be safe on the New Year's. January is going to be a thing, man. I feel it. And yeah, I'll be here for you guys to continue streaming. Happy 2025. Hope you had a good year. If not, I hope the best for 2026. And let's continue this journey together. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.